Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. It's Friday, September 26, 2025, and we are here and we're going to look at some reel to reel stuff and figure out what the reel I should do with this. And then I'm going to probably not stream for too long. This will probably be a 20 half-hour stream. And see if I get anybody in here that knows, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm sure all the motorcycle, automotive, bus people have deep insight as to what to do with all these reel to reels. So let me know what you think I should do with them. They seem to be quite valuable to the right individuals, as well as the reel to reel player. And we also have another one over here. This one's the more valuable one though. I hope everybody's having a good day. So I think I'm gonna probably got a couple bags to go through and see if there's any complete reels. The people that got this stuff, or that got rid of it, started to pull all the tape off the reels thinking it would be lighter to carry out. You know how long it takes to pull 1,800 feet tape off of a reel? That's a lot. I did a quick little guesstimate with a calculator last night, and just on the table is almost 700 miles of tape. 3 rolls is over a mile. And what you see on the table is just a little off the block, because there's much more, so much more. I still have to go back and get more. And let me know if the cricket's coming through. I hope the cricket's not coming through, but this cricket has been the most diligent cricket I have ever heard. Cricket. Creek. Creek or cricket? You let me know. I know Sick is live right now, so that's probably impeding some of my viewability, since he, Brown Chicken, Mike Ball, I've seen him maybe in one of my chats. I don't know. Moto, Sterling, everybody's at 6 live. But I had all this set up, and I'm like, I got to do something with it quick. So if nothing else, I'll take some pictures, put an ad on Facebook, and watch my messages just go. Thinking Craigslist maybe, but there's also some people that are like, I want to buy reels, I want to buy this and that. I know what you got, no low ballers. And this gold cassette tape too that's on the reel to reel player. What is that gold cassette tape all about? I tried looking up the musician and it wasn't. He collaborated with somebody in the late 80s. That was somebody. But I'm not sure. The interwebs said nothing. Contacts. All right, well, I'm gonna get up and do something. Thinking about going through the one bag of reels I might dump out on the floor right under this car. And we'll take a look at that. What is this music? I just downloaded a new playlist, so excuse me, I'm gonna have to probably skip this song. This is some horrifically. No, it's not. It's not me right now. I don't know if any of this is me, but should be listening to some old radio is what we ought to be doing. Should be listening to one of these reel-to-reel players. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Why? Because I can. You want some background noise? Put on some reel-to-reel, boy. Like this. Why am I listening to this? Okay, so we need to put that there. We're gonna grab this. Oh. You have motion sickness. I'm giving you a warning. There we go. Yep, that's good. Alright, let's see if we can fire this puppy up. Put on some old time radio. Oh, that cricket just started right where he left off last night, I tell you. Jiminy crickets. Now, how could I do this to get it into the computer? Well, I could set up another mic, I guess, because I don't know how to do the audio input right now. But we do have this Bose that I found in the garbage. Really nice little speaker. And we'll see if this powers on. I don't know how to work it though. I thought Rob messed with one of those. Okay. No needles are moving. There we go. All right. Well, there's stuff coming out of the sound. Hey, Buck, how you doing, man? Where's my monitor? Hey, Buck. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna turn off the music completely.
Member of the Mandan turned to what? Then John Newman leaped out of the boat and came to him. Captain Clark, I'm sorry. I tried to show you how I felt. We know, Newman. I want to go on with you. Please, sir? We're going into the unknown. We can't be sure of what will happen. A man who cracked under strain once could do so.
Buck Brown says, "It's awesome that you're saving and preserving old stuff like that. I appreciate that, Buck. And I wouldn't see to it any otherwise. I do hope to make some cash out of it. I honestly just don't have, like, other than loving this for what it is and how awesome it is, it's not really like my thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, motorcycles are, and if this can get me closer to motorcycles and someone else closer to their thing, then that's what it's all about. Because otherwise, it would have gone to someone who I don't know, maybe they wouldn't have known. It would have gone into the junk, a lot of it, because they had bags and bags and bags, and I was watching junkers, and they were just skimming over it, and it wasn't scrap, so they didn't want it. I'm so glad I stopped and asked if they needed help, because I would have never gotten this if I didn't. And I'm really wishing I would have learned to listen to my intuition and my gut at a much younger age rather than my ego, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm using the wrong terms, I guess. But when I was younger, I went much more off of what I thought others thought, and very quickly I realized that's not a good healthy road, and that you got to go down your own road, and no matter what, trust your gut. I just stopped and said, "Hey, do you have more of these tapes here? Do you have more of this stuff? Because, like, I can help you get it out of wherever it is. If it's in your basement, I'll help you carry it out. If it's at your uncle's house outside the country, I'll just go there. Whatever you need, I can help, because you're just chucking it, and I'm gonna do something with it." So my neighbor Rob went through a divorce a few years ago, and he doesn't have any movies now. So we're gonna hook Rob up with some serious movies. I'm just gonna set the mic down. If there's anybody out there, Buck, if you're still hanging out, I know Six got a show going. Mike's Ball got his going soon. But I'm just gonna put the microphone in front of the speaker, and I'm just kind of curious how it might sound out there. There is no sound at the moment, so happens if this tape stops playing or something goes wrong here. I have no clue what to do. Not a clue. I put this under. I wonder if I should recategorize it, and I wonder if you can recategorize a I'm not even talking into the freaking microphone. What a moron. And there's no music playing either. It stopped. But it's a long tape. I imagine there's gonna be something coming up soon, right? Isn't that's how this all works, isn't it? Oh, that tape. That looks good. Try to fast forward it a little bit. Maybe I had it turned down all the way. Oh, I did. Now it's cranked. Our needles aren't moving, so I know there's no audio. And the tape just can't be done with that much tape left, right? We're just gonna let her go for a bit. Maybe we'll hit the old fast forward again. Nah, let's just let it play. Oh, I should probably be taking pictures and listing this stuff. I might do that while I'm on the live streams here. I can do that. I've got a phone right here. Bada bing, bada boom. And then oh great, someone just messaged me, so now I get this distracted here. Oh, it's sick. Oh, that is cool. I love glass. That's cool. That's awesome. I love stained glass. Dang. What's up, Smoke? What's happening, homie? We're just waiting for some sound to come out. It was playing and then it stopped and the needles aren't moving and there's a lot of tape left, so I'm guessing eventually something's gonna happen. Oh, also Smoke, the man with the most knowledge. What is this? I did so much research on this last night and I could not find anything. Oh, Jesus. Don't ever have me in a backwards driving contest. Circular gift. I mean, I can drive backwards fine, but this opposite stuff is crazy. Called a circular gift. Glenn Walker Johnson Music, P.O. Box something, Moreno, Wisconsin. Real-time duplicated from 15 IPS analog master onto BASF XR-11 Chrome Dolby B Gothic harps. Recording duplication designed by Glenn Walker Johnson. Now, what do we got going on here now? I heard a little noise. Give us some audio. Because there's no way I'm going to change that. Me putting new reels on that would be like me defusing a bomb. I'd probably have a better chance with the bomb. That's really cool. Is it acrylic? It looks almost like a tiny stained glass. Sorry about that. I was responding. Yeah, a fancy cassette. Very fancy. Says real clear. Okay, be patient. Holy cow. It's like a kindergarten class this morning. There we go. They're so thin and they're gold. They're like real gold too, because there's like no, it's perfection on there. They sure look gold. Real clear. Probably not gold. Maybe, but probably not. And then the tape itself is clear. It looks black there, but that's just because it's wadded up, and you know that because you're smoking, you know your shit about this stuff, especially, and Volkswagens and Florida. I think you know stuff. Oh God. So yeah, can you hear the cricket coming through? There's a cricket that he was in the same spot. He started right where he left off last night. And today we're going to be working on a mud motor a little bit later. A mud motor. And me and my son got into one hell of an argument this morning on the way to school. That was a great way to start my day. Oh, cool. Real Clear is a brand. Cool. So they probably sold the cassettes in bulk then, and then the circular gift must be. So anyway, this Paul Walker Johnson, from what he collaborated with someone on this album, but there's none available, and I think it's like Indian Prescription for Spirit, Mile Mullion, A Fine Wooden House, Heather Glen, Call the Ewes, The Nest Dream, The Ash Grove, The Fount of Grace. Oh, dude, look at the side too. Look at this first song. I'm going to do my best here for Schmoke. Scottish. It's all right there. SCHOTTISCHE. Shodish. Mary's Wedding, Avondale, Over the Mountains, Celia Canelian, King Leos, Old Lang Sin, O Carolyn's Draft, Cycle of 1564. Bro, is that a tie-dye kite? No. Maybe. What's a tie-dye kite? It could be. I wouldn't fly it. I don't think it's not a kite material, but maybe that's what you call them. Is it? I've got some more here I'll show so I don't have to mess with that one. That's cool. It's like a big ass handkerchief. So sweet, he says. Here's another handkerchief looking thing. I freaking love tie-dyed stuff. My favorite thing ever is a Hypercolor shirt from when I was in junior high. When you blow on it, and then you look at it and it goes all white. Wonder what chemicals they put in our clothing for that. Still no audio. I imagine we'd be coming across something by now. So there's some bigger ones though, and they have these little ends on them. So, I mean, I guess you could fly it like a kite. Let me back the camera up a little bit. We went from 8 tracks to Carrie's tie-dye. I could just wear these around the shop. Be like, what the man? Cut a hole in it and just wear it over my head. Be like all hippied out. This is cool though. It smells so good too. Whoever, well, I know the house they came out of, so I wouldn't be somebody put these on the curb because they had a huge flea infestation and bugs in their house. Not these people. Very clean and nice. And yeah, so lots of tie-dyed stuff. She said she got into a project doing this. I got totes and totes, not totes and totes, a full tote full of it. This is like a freaking blanket, bro. Holy cow, dude. Whoa. Dude, that is actually really cool. I can't believe all this went on the curb. I bet you she threw away, probably 10 boxes of this stuff that I didn't get for tie-dyed stuff. Yeah, I'm just guessing. I'm not going to ask because then I'll know and it'll piss me off. So I was just better off. I don't know. I went back as much as I could. I got as much stuff as I could, and I still have to go back and get a full van load of reel-to-reels, which I'm hoping there's some actual like produced music in there. They're tapestries. You hang them on your wall or use them for privacy around the campsite at a music festival. I have several friends that make and sell tie-dye for a living. Dude, that is really cool. Hey, Sterling, how's it going? Sterling could get one for his truck for when he parks at the truck stop and hang this on in the front window. I mean, this chick was good at tie-dye. I'm going to have to I got her number too. But she's married happily, and I'm not about ruining happy relationships. I'm about taking trash from people and turning it into my own little treasure. Oh, dude, that blanket I showed you? Yeah, check this out. It's got, this is such a cool deal. Look at this. Oh my gosh, how it swirls like that? Like, see how it swirls around? I know you do, Sterling. I hope at least you wear a red thong. I at the very bare minimum, I hope you're wearing a red thong. I think it is good work, isn't it? I mean, I don't know my tie-dyed stuff, but that looks really good to get that red flare and this is all dyed in water and dude, this is cool. But anyway, I didn't even show what I was going to show. It's got holes for hooks, so I could hang it up like a curtain back here on my wall, which would be way cooler than these bland ass gray curtains. Boom, flare, done. How did she get the swirl? I don't know. I should start a YouTube channel with her doing tie-dyed stuff because I'm really interested. Too bad I don't know how to do the YouTube stuff. She obviously knows how to do the tie-dyed stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of that. There's all of these. There's those that I showed you, and I think there's a couple more. Yeah, check this out. What is this all about? Why would you throw away? Well, I mean, because you don't want it anymore. I guess that's number one reason why you'd throw it away. But I found a bunch of these black long sleeve. Oh, yeah, this one's long sleeve. Nice black long sleeve shirts, brand new. They're not super thick, but they're great for fall. Gildan branded. It'd be great in the shop. Nothing at all wrong with them. There's a whole pile of them. So that's cool. Or at least when I go on my nightly crime sprees. Let's see what else we got here. Lots of material. Here's some more. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of those hangy thingies. Yeah, she was really into this. I got to go to their house tonight, so I'm almost tempted to just wait and tell her in person instead of being that creeper. Being like, your tie-dyed stuff is so amazing. But I am going to tell her for sure in person because this shit's rad, man. This is awesome. This looks a little Hindi. I'm not going to lie. That's a little Hindi, but it's still pretty cool. Got to get trucking. Right on, brother. Have a good day. Keep the rubber side down. I think that would be a really bad day as a trucker if the rubber side wasn't. So the shiny side up. It's always a good. That's about all I know. I was one of those truckers that I can see how other I had my CDL when I was younger, but I never left town. And when I say I never left town, I never left a 10,000 person town with like 3 stop and go lights. And the fastest I ever went was 55 on the highway that went around the town. So I never even pissed off a trucker. There wasn't an opportunity that I was ever around even a semi. Even though I was in a big ass straight truck, it's not a semi at all. So it was anything any 16-year-old with some mild training could have figured out. Because I was only like 20. I'm just waiting for that needle to move. Maybe our tape is done. I can't imagine it being done with that much tape still left. But I didn't make it, so I don't know. Yep, drive careful, Sterling. Have a good day. Smoke sent a link, pickingthepines.org. Well, we'll walk over here to the computer. Give it a little click. Are you sure you want to leave YouTube? The link is taking, yes, go ahead. Oh, dude, that is so cool. Hell yeah. I wonder if yeah, that's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. I will ask her as well, Sterling, how she got the swirl on there. That gives you an idea. Yeah, no, I appreciate that because, like, I kind of imagined, but ouch. Yeah, this is really nice. I mean, I hope she didn't throw more out. Because my neighbor Rob said that when he went to the store last 2 nights ago, that he saw her setting stuff out on the curb still. And I'm like, oh man, maybe I should go. And he's like, no, I'll just go in the morning. So I went in the morning and everything was gone. The garbage crews had come by at like 5 a.m. and just slept it up. But I'll say something to her because that really sucks though. Like, oh, do you have more of the, oh yeah, I had like 8 totes. That's why I don't even want to ask her because she's going to be like, yeah, I had like 7 totes I put out on the curb and yeah, they all got thrown away. And they were all those really big blankets with the loops that your buddy Schmoke could use or send to people or give away at festivals if you just ship them to them or take it there this winter when you go down in a couple months. Like, that's the shit that pisses me off because it's like, oh, if you just would have known, if I would have said something. But she did. She's like, oh, do you want a tote of these like towels? And I was into tie-dyed stuff for a while. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And boom, I put it in the car. But Yeah, that is my favorite thing to do is go camping at music festivals. Hell yeah, brother, that's cool. But like, that's where I'm at mentally. Is I just know that if I say something, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I did, but yeah, we threw them out." And I had like 47 blankets too, and my mom was even into quilting tie-dyed things for me. It'll just go into this big thing of regret, and I'll just be like, oh my god, why did I even ask? I should have never asked, because now that's way too much time and energy into this shit. But it's not shit, it's cool stuff, and other people could use this and find value in it. I don't care for Western stuff. He was into Civil War reenactments. He was a reenactor. Judging by the den in the house, there were a lot of boomsticks, a lot of things that went boom, but those were all gone from what I could see. Don't sweat it. Yeah, I won't. I won't. But I'll bring you. I wanna share the love, so I'll bring you something. Like I said, I do have a full tote. Um, you'll drive yourself crazy wishing you got more. Oh, dude, it's unbelievable. The mental roads I go down are just insane, because I work at that dump on Saturdays every now and then, but I have to go there every Saturday. So like, even on a Saturday when I'm not working and getting paid, I don't know why my phone keeps doing that, but I'll switch it if it does that one more time with the light. Uh I'm gonna stop this though, because we don't have any music or noise. And yeah, all day Saturday, I'm just sitting at home thinking, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What could I get? What could I possibly get? As a previous eBayer with lots of leftover inventory, get what you can sell and sell it. Yep, thank you for that advice. That's probably the best advice a guy could get. I've got like 4 boxes of these that are brand new, so hopefully have some value. I'm gonna switch cameras because I don't like what that one keeps doing with the lighting, and I'm gonna cut this short here in just a little bit. But yeah, here's that other 8-track, or not 8-track, but otherwise you end up getting into that. Yeah, yep. I mean, we'll just look in the camera right now. I've got a car up on the hoist. Don't worry about what you might see on this. Yeah, I've got a car on the hoist, and I can barely work. Obviously, I'm not a hoarder of like, this just happened. This all happened on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday happened, and now it's Friday, and I don't know where all those days went, because it seems literally like it was just Sunday night, and now tomorrow's dump day already. I'm going out of my mind, bro. I'm literally just, where is the time going? It's going way too fast. Way too fast. And I get it, time goes fast. But and maybe I'm having a lot of fun, because time does go faster when you're having fun. But I wasn't having fun this morning when my 12-year-old was raising his voice, which then made me raise my voice, which made him raise his voice, which made me raise my voice, which made him raise his voice, over a mud motor in a boat. Over a boat. Complete and utter insanity. I'm 45. He's 12. I don't know shit. I don't know anything. But I do know that a mud motor and a mud boat do not get driven, ridden, floated on, used on solely in mud. Because what is there in mud? There's nothing. There's nothing in mud. Birds don't land in mud. Fish don't live in mud. nothing does anything in mud for any amount of time. Little amoebas, organisms, worms, and little things do things in mud, but nothing we want or do has anything to do with mud. And he was insistent that this boat is designed to go just solely across big patches of mud. And he was not taking my educational course at all. I said, buddy, they're made for hunting and going in shallow water. And while they will push a boat through sections of mud, it's not made solely for mud purposes. And oh my gosh, $2 a piece, very cool. Yeah, it's an escalation, and it's hilarious sometimes, but and every one of these tapes has old radio on it. None of them are blank though, unfortunately, on those little ones. But we do have we got a couple more. Yeah, exactly, a jet boat. That's what I told them you do. You get a jet boat, that way you can skim across the water, the 2 inches of water that you're on, you know, and get a good jet boat with a pump that can handle some ingestion. So this whole bag is full of these size tapes, and I've got about 15 bags. So Carrie might be coming to Florida after he sells. I am coming to Florida. This is my ticket to Florida this winter. Polk City, here we come. Sheriff Grady Judd. We're gonna meet up. No, I'm not, but I love Sheriff Grady Judd. He is the best. Yeah, and so this TIAC A4010 GSL high density ferrite head. This isn't as valuable as the 2000 XR TCW GFY NK3R, but I haven't checked it to see if it works. So let's do that since we got smoke in the house. And then we're gonna get her done. This cricket, man, this cricket, I love the crickets, but it's just one now. We're down to one. Dude, how could you go for so... If I open my door a little bit, sometimes that shuts them up from... Oh, I'm not gonna hurt him, but I want him to be quiet. It's time to go to night. Go night-night, cricket. And if I have something on the radio, it doesn't bother me at all. It's when I don't. Hey, Motobum, Virginia. I'll be shutting it down here in just a minute to go to Mike's show and work. I got a mud motor outside. Got to work on a boat today, Dean. I might wait and do a live stream at 11 when Mike's show is done. But if y'all can brace your eyes for a minute, I'll set up the camera real quick just to kind of... you can't see it through my window. Yeah, I'll do a live stream. It's a mud motor, a goose hunting boat with V-twin air-cooled Briggs or Kohler or whatever dealio. So we're gonna fire up this jobby real quick here. See if we can't make some more money. Make some more money. Get me and my son out of here. We haven't been anywhere since he was 4 or 5. Well, he's gone to Florida, I guess. When he was about 8 or 9, he flew to Florida. And then, yeah, I haven't been out of state since 20. I mean, other than Illinois, maybe touched Minnesota. touched Iowa in the last 8 years, but other than that, no. And I'm not like let's travel type of dude, but I do like to get out and see things and go places. So that's always cool. That would be nice. Put a little light on the subject quick. Maybe not that much light. Yeah, we don't need any light on it. Then we can see the lights if there are any. Power. Whoa. That was cool. Speed, you got 3 3/4 or 7.5. I'm sure it's gonna work fine. Oh, it's doing stuff. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. So we'll consider that a win. Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. Thankfully, they did derail, despool, unspooled a whole bunch of these bags full of them. But about 4 of these fill up a garbage bag or so if you despool them. So they stopped. I still have 2 bags to go through. Right here they are. I need to go through these yet. I want to try to save as many spools as I can. I don't want to dump it, but yeah, this is just full. See, they started to do it and they didn't. So I'm going to, be as gentle as I can, respool it, because at the end of these, he wrote the number. So I can put this number 189 to the box number, or 891. So there's over 800 of these. Huh. Yeah, here's one still in the box. So, because even if they're worth $1 a piece, yeah, I think it's worth my time. Oh, we will. Thank you, Smoke, for the invitation. I would love to stop by and say hi. Well, I don't know how you go, but I am right off I-10 on the west side of Jack's. Well, we would be stopping. Yeah, it would be a long antique mall. That's like what my shop's turning into. What am I saying here? We're gonna go to Indiana and stop and see Frog and Lolly on our way south. Make sure we don't miss anybody in southern Illinois, and then head down to, I don't know if we have somebody in the Carolinas or Georgia. Yeah, we got Dean, Motobum, Virginia, in the Carolina, which I have to look at a map and see how all these dots line up all the way to Polk City, because that's what I would ideally like to do. And if there's anybody further than Polk County that I know in Florida that's part of the moto crew, here, the awesome community that has culminated into this. If there's anybody south of Polk County, then I would have to, consider renting a motorcycle and heading there or something. But we'd get there. I just know that driving from the tip of Florida to the whatever, top to bottom, is about the same, if not just a little bit more than Wisconsin. And it's like 8-10 hours to get across the state from top to bottom. And my mom says that I will most likely end up in jail when I go to Florida because of the driving. She says, do not drive in Florida, Carrie. You're going to end up in jail because people aren't nice. And you don't like it when people aren't nice. And it's not that. I just use my turn signals. I give everybody 3 seconds of space. I go 5 over the speed limit. I set my cruise. I'm constantly monitoring my mirrors. I am constantly scanning the side. I very rarely look directly in front of me. You know, I am very, very out to watch. But if people are assholes, I'm really, really good at pit maneuvers. It's a super long way to drive all the way through Florida. It is, yes. Not as bad as LA or Jersey. Wisconsin is a long ass state. It is from top to bottom all the way to the UP up there, eh? You know, you got to get up there to the UP. Don't you know? And then all the way down here, which the county I live in borders Illinois. So if I got in a car right now in 36 miles, I would be in Illinois, give or take. But yeah, it's a long state. So is Minnesota. Minnesota, eh? Smoke shops. I'm an asshole, LOL. Well, I am if people aren't like, I'm on this big kick now with this new Sienna that I got. So my old Sienna was so bad that people gave me space because they were scared of either me being uninsured, something falling off, the van not being safe. Who knows? For reasons unbeknownst to me, in my clapped out, rusted out, hooptied out van, everybody gave me space. Now I've got a nicer, newer van that looks even more soccer momish. And everybody, including commercial vehicles this morning, I had my cruise set at 67 and a 55. And there was this straight truck on my ass. And then we got to the hill and I just made him disappear. But it's every single day from town to home. If I take the highway that goes to Madison, because everybody's in a rush to get to work, if I don't take the back roads, it's just it's time. So I do a redirect, but I believe everybody in my chat right now is gonna or knows of Mike Ball. So if they were gonna watch or listen to his show, they would. Either way, but I'm gonna end this and get looking and set up maybe at this mud motor or do some pictures and see if there's maybe somebody locally that's willing to pay what these are, what the market, you know, I get everything is, it's worth what someone's willing to pay. But after a weeny teeny tiny bit of research last night, there's a lot of people that want these. And this one is Death Stalks the Shadow. Dragnet. Woman has been killed with a blunt weapon. Inner Sanctum. The Wailing Wall. Side 2, track 2. Escape. The Country of the Blind. So, I mean, there's just got to be some really cool Easter eggs on here. And I thought about starting a YouTube channel where it's just reel to reel, and like every day we do an episode or we play one of these, but this isn't my thing. It's not my niche. I love it. I appreciate it, but it's not me. Plus I have this whole collection. I have this whole collection on CD-ROM that I'm going to keep for myself. And I've got it on cassette tapes that I can give, like, so it's on these, it's on the other reels, it's on the cassettes, and it's on the CDs. So I'll just have somebody sign a non-disclosure agreement saying that they can't monetize on YouTube if I sell them this, right? That's so selfish and horrible. Have a great day, everybody. It is a lot of work on eBay. It is your friend. I agree, Smoke. And Facebook Marketplace is your bottom of the barrel cesspool put on your hip waders because we're going to be walking through some thick shit. And then I thought about Craigslist. And Craigslist seems to be a very nice, clean place nowadays. So we're going to check out Craigslist and see what that might offer as well. But you have a great day as well, Schmoke. Always good to see you here. Appreciate you stopping by. And look at everybody here. We'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great Friday. Peace.